Hello, everyone. It's Helen Eimers. I'm a success coach for women entrepreneurs to help them amplify their income, their influence, and their energy. And I am here with a co author, Angie Carlson. We are both a part of the Change Book 22. And it's an incredible book where there are 20 different authors who come and share inspiration and motivation. And I don't know about you, Angie, but I'm just so excited and grateful to be a part of this and to have been invited to this work to share our story and to be able to come together and meet each other and meet so many more other contacts in this process. I'd love for you to just share a little bit about who you are, maybe where you're from, and what you do.
Sure. Well, thanks, Helen, for having me here. I'm thrilled to be part of the Change co-authoring with you too. I am Angie Carlson. I am a financial coach for couples looking to relieve that money tension in their relationship once and for all. And I live in Dubuque, Iowa with my husband and two sons.
I love it. I was so excited when I learned that we were like sister states. You know, I'm from South
Mhm.
Dakota. You're from Iowa. It's pretty rare sometimes that that I meet co-collaborators from the Midwest. So it's really incredible. So, this chapter, this opportunity is so incredible, and it's a way for us to share with the world, and then for everyone to read the stories that are going to inspire from all across the nation, all across the world. So I'd love to know, what is one of the biggest obstacles you faced in your journey? How did you turn that challenge into a strength as you reflected and wrote your chapter for this book?
Yeah, because I wrote my chapter on my near-death experience, which was it's something I've shared about, but I've never really shared the full thought process and what was really going on and like the decisions I made in that time of the life that I'm like, okay, if I survive this, I'm doing A, B, C. I don't care what people say. I don't care what people think. I'm just going to go for it. And like that's one of the things that has really stuck with me because I sometimes still am not as bad as I used to be, but person it's like I want opinions of 20 different people. I want their approval. I want them to see me as somebody to be liked. And it's like, and I'm sitting here going, when I was thinking I was at the end of my life, none of that mattered.
Mm-hmm.
So why does it matter now? And
Mm-hmm.
just going through that whole process was very, very life changing for me.
Oh, how incredible. From the moment you told me, Angie and I met a few months ago and talked for the first time, and she shared how she's writing about her near-death experience. And so I love stories that are from the heart, that are real, and that's what's in this book.
Mhm.
It's a transformation story compilation that will inspire the pants off of you, and it's going to be so fun for you guys to read. And when you think about that perspective, it makes me think of Brendan Burchard, right? Like he asks those questions: Did you live? Did you love? Right? He's got three questions because he also went, experienced a near death, had a near death experience, and the perspective that
Mhm.
we get when something challenges us in our life is really, really powerful. Just this week, a focus for my clients has been, what is it that you don't want, right? Because every day we have things in our lives that we don't actually want, but it is
Mhm.
within, right? I've just got to repeat this because it's so beautiful, but for it is what we don't want that offers clarity for what we do want, right? You
Mhm.
didn't want to be at the end of your life, and then you got incredible clarity about what you do want. And that is so incredibly powerful. I love that.
Thank you. And I get a chance to actually put that clarity into practice because most people, when they're at the end of the life, they don't get that opportunity. And I
Mhm. You did. And that is so incredibly beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. How do you bring this passion, this perspective into the work you do every day with helping clients?
Yeah, so I really look at it as like, what is what you two want for your relationship? And it's literally what do you two want, not the opinions of your in-laws, your coworkers, your kids. Like, what do you two want your relationship to look like?
Mhm.
What goals do you want to accomplish? Because I've talked to too many couples that they follow a financial plan, they become 100% debt free, retirement's moving great, and they're just like, I really hate my life. I hate the person I've become. I'm not happy with how I spend my time. I have millions of dollars in the bank, but like they thought that would be fulfilling and it's not. And so I see people on that end of the spectrum. And then I also see people on the other end of the spectrum where they're just like, we had something major happen. We just feel like no matter what we do, we can't get by. And really just giving them hope back because when it feels like a lot of things are happening to you that you don't ask for and that are financially draining, you
Mm-hmm.
really start to question, do I have what it takes to get out of this hole? And if I do, is it going to keep being undone by whatever event happens to me next? Which is valid to ask.
Yeah.
And it's also something that's like, I see that as, how much do you want it? Because the more you want it, the more you're going to be challenged to see what you're capable of. So,
Absolutely. Yeah. Just like I was saying, it's like it is in what you want, right? Like it adds so
mhm,
much clarity to what you want. And I've been focusing so much and sharing and inviting my clients to say, I want XYZ, right? So often,
mhm,
especially as women, as givers, we don't ask for what we want. And then, or if we do, we don't receive it. And so being able to identify what it is that we
mhm,
want. And I love how you shared about, millionaires, but like, it's a true testament that like the money doesn't even matter. It's really your thoughts
mhm,
around it, right? You can be a millionaire and still be the most unhappy or depressed person. But in our mind, sometimes, especially with
mhm,
society, we think, right? Like, oh, I need to
mhm,
have this. I write about this a little bit in my chapter too, about how I had all the things, right? I was a
mhm.
nurse and I had the house and I had the kids and I had a husband and we never fought. And it was just this beautiful thing. But under the surface, there was so much there. There was so much there.
Mhm.
And over the years on my journey and my, experience that it took to write this chapter, my definition of success changed
Mhm.
drastically. And so you can read about my definition of success in the chapter. I won't do a little spoiler for you, but um it's just incredible when we can have that perspective and when
Mhm.
we can help other people, right, discover it for themselves. Because Angie, we could tell our clients what to do every day, all day,
Mhm.
but if
Yep.
they don't discover it for themselves and feel it, it's just not,
Mhm.
it's going to feel forced, it's going to feel yucky, or they're going to hate us.
Well, yeah, and it's the same thing that happens in a relationship with couples. It's like one is
Mhm.
usually more adamant about a financial plan than the other. And
Mhm.
it's not that the one who, let me phrase this differently. So if you have a couple that they both care about their money, they might have differing speeds of intensity. Like one wants to cut everything, go scorched earth, pay everything off, get it done. The other one's like, can't we take a vacation once a year? Can't we have a little bit of fun, even though it's going to delay our goal for 6 months?
That's me.
And yeah, and there's nothing wrong with either one, but if you don't find a way to balance them together that you both are proud of, you're, I promise you, you're going to have a tension filled marriage with your money. And neither one of you are going to get what you want because one might quit, one might slow down. I don't get what I want, so I'm going to do this anyway. And it just all starts spiraling the wrong direction. But it's not that they don't want the same goal, they just don't agree on how to get there.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, if you are in any sort of relationship and just follow Angie because her content is really great. Her like she'll be talking. I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, because money is a part of our lives every single
Mhm,
day, every single minute. We have things all around us that we needed money to acquire, and so there's this maybe when we were raised or growing up or money mindset or
mhm,
money blocks that we have or beliefs that we have
mhm,
that just we can choose to let that go and just simply look at the data and not have it mean anything and be able to have conversations around it. So
mhm.
Angie, it's really fun to watch you
Yeah.
and see what you do and be able to connect significant others, spouses, couples on this journey because
Mhm.
it is a huge part, right? If you look, what are the statistics for, getting a divorce over money?
They're very high.
Yeah, they're very high. So you guys, it's always a conversation. And if you avoid it or there's tension or it triggers you, that is a gift because now you can say, okay, how can I actually dive into this more to learn and grow and
Mhm,
to learn about this? And I know Angie helps people do that. So Angie, I'd love to know for anyone feeling stuck right now, what's
mhm.
one practical first step you would suggest for beginning their journey of self-discovery?
Yeah, so if you feel stuck, acknowledge that that's normal because on your journey of self-discovery, you're discovering, who do you want to be? And if you don't know the
Mhm.
answer to that question, that's okay, but we still need to find an answer to that. Like, journey of self-discovery, are you going to be happy playing with makeup or playing underneath the hood of a car? More than likely, you probably feel more strong towards one of those places. So
Mhm.
kind of just asking yourselves kind of questions to kind of be like, okay, what do I like? What do I want my life to look like? What do I feel really good doing? And is it going to help people? Am I going to feel fulfilled as a result of that work? And as you start digging into that, that's going to start making your path clearer. And even when you start the path of self-discovery, the path that you start is not going to go the direction that you think. Because every time you take a step, that path can change. Just be
Mhm.
open to it changing, because the changes that your path has are the ones that are meant for you. And you're going to get to the end and be like, I got exactly what I needed.
Oh, I love that so much. And one of my values for the work that I do is curious, right? We just
Mhm.
have to be continuously be curious and curious about how this might sound or how might feel or how could it be different if, right? And always literally retraining our brain
Mhm.
to get to the results that we desire,
Mhm.
right? If you keep getting
Absolutely.
the same results, you need to change something. And 100% of the time when you change your thoughts, your results will change. And you can start with subtle changes and shifts, but you just keep stair stepping up till you get there. So Angie, this has been so fun. I'm really excited to see everybody's chapters in the book. I'm waiting. I know we're both waiting to like hold the copy
Mhm.
and read it so that we can approve it and get it out there to the world. And so I talked to Angie too a little bit before. We have some book signings pending, so make sure you are watching our Facebook pages and reach out to either one of us to get a copy of the book. They'll be out very soon and available for you to get your hands on them. Is there anything else you want to share, Angie?
I just want to thank you for having me here today. It's been a privilege to be a co-author with you. Cannot wait to read your full story and the stories of everyone else in the book.
Agreed. So grateful for everyone who made this possible, the gyms and
Mhm.
and all of the co-authors, because this is a powerful collection and we're excited to share it with you all. We hope you guys
Yes,
have a beautiful day. We'll talk to you soon. Keep watching us. We're going to be sharing a lot more excitement as we book our book signings and as this book is available to you. Take care. Bye.